How are you guys doing today, man? I'm taking a break from beer geeking for the moment. Um, I just wanted to sit back and talk about, just certain topics that I see throughout my day here on the interwebs. Um, and just give my 2 cents about it. I have strong feelings on certain subjects, um, only because of the fact that some of them have a clarity on how life is going to wind up or is heading. One of my big pet peeves is money right now. I mean, right now, as America as a whole, we love to overspend. And by that, I mean, it does not matter what it is. It doesn't matter where it comes from. If it's flashy, if it's new, if it's bold, if it's, oh, we got to have it. We got to have it. We got to have it. Um, so I feel that a lot of us is overspending or not spending, how do I want to say this, wisely enough, because I have strong feelings about the way that our money is going to wind up. I seriously can see another, America going bankrupt. I see all these other countries going bankrupt. I like Greece. I mean, we've all seen what it had happened to Greece. It's happened all over the world within the past, but I see it coming here to America, and nobody here is going to be ready, not only financially, but even mentally stable enough for this to happen. And by this, I mean, our paper currency is going to wind up being just what it is. It's going to wind up being paper to wipe your ass with, because of the sheer fact that it's going to, I don't know if how do I want to say this? I don't know if it's going to wind up being as widespread as a cyber attack, or if it's just going to be, hey, we can't print no more because our debt is so big, so fantastical, that there's no way for the next 6 generations to pay this off. Because why? Our military is out there, and I think it's what, $1 billion a day to keep our military overseas in these other countries, which spans into another feeling that I have. It's just like, okay, we send our troops over there. We're paying for this. We're shipping our troops overseas, even though that umpteen million times we're said, okay, they're going to pull out, they're going to pull out, they're going to pull out. We're all coming home. Let the people that we have invaded, take control of their own country and lives and whatnot. But to me, it's just, I'll use my own words, it's uber insane, because of the fact that we are the invaders and yet they are fighting us. Why would they fight us if we weren't invading them? They're protecting their own rights, their own country, their own beliefs, etc., etc. And it just seems like we keep imposing on others. I do feel that this new deal with Iran is going to hurt us more in the end than it is going to help us. I am with the rest of the nation in saying this is a bad idea. I'm not going to get into it right now. I will just say that. But more importantly, I'm looking towards 2016. I'm looking towards who may or may not be the best retard to represent us. And the reason I say this is because of the fact that I am a patriot at heart. I am a purist at heart. I believe in the original rules, the original set laws, the original set, standards. And yes, I do understand that you have to move on. You have to make new rules, new laws to advance in society. But at the same time, the old rules that were put there by our founding fathers were put there, for our safety and our purposes as, United States citizens. Our government has become so tyrannous, so hell-bent and determined to grasp and hold a power bond on not only the people in this country, but the people in the world. And by that, I mean, just take a look at all the real news. But then again, what can you believe? I mean, you see it on the internet. What can you honestly believe? I mean, not every fucking thing that you see on the internet is rainbows and unicorns. It is actually a filthy cesspool of toxic shit. And that's what they're not showing us. That's what they're not telling us. That's what they're, hey, drink more water, take in more fluoride, make yourself even stupider, and whatever. Anyway, one of the real topics that I came here today to discuss, I mean, let's start on Donald Trump. The man, as he is, he's a jackass. I do understand that. What's any different from the jackass that's sitting in Capitol Hill right now that has pretty much, I might cause panic here with some friends or family members, but I don't like the way that Obama has done things here for us. He's caused more debt than he has good. I'm grateful that every single person now can have the opportunity to grasp at healthcare, even though that the U.S. is one of the only countries that you still have to literally pay for absolutely every single thing when it comes to healthcare. I look to the north, to our Canadian brethren and sisters, and I'm like, seriously, why can the U.S. not have some form of free healthcare? Why? Because we're not making any money off of it. And again, like I stated before, we are a society now where if we're not making money, it don't mean shit. And I don't think that that is right. I think that there should be something implemented that we as people should be taking care of ourselves. We as Americans should be taking care of Americans. I might also sound rhetorical and also inconsiderate, but take this for example. Late nights growing up, they're still on TV now. You see infomercials late at night before the networks. Some networks still go off air. Feed the children. Let these children live. Help them with Medicare. Help them with, their schooling. Send $1 here. Send $1 there. Help out wherever you can. Oh, this country that we just infiltrated and ruined and bombed and everything else, we're going to pay to rebuild that. No, fuck that. If you caused a problem for us to get involved in, you should be required to pay for your own shit. If you asked us for help, you should be required to pay for your own shit. I think that we here in America should help Americans first. I also want to go on the line to say, okay, with this whole Donald Trump thing, because that's where I was headed and veered off for a second, but back on Donald Trump. his fantastical ideas on the only thing that I've ever heard out of his mouth was immigrants, illegal immigrants, and what he wants to do to stop illegal immigrants. I personally feel that if you want to come over here, if you want to better your life, if you want the freedom instead of being dictated and told what to do, of course, come, but do it legally. I think that, yes, you should have to come into this country and become a United States citizen by passing X amount of tests, said laws, said background checks, etc. Why? Because why should we have to take all these other nations, other countries, etc., all their criminals, all of their bad people? Why? They fucked up everywhere else, and then they want to come over here, and then they want to start shit. I'm not all for that. I mean, I talked a little bit about it with my friend Dave before. I think I mentioned it once or twice, the last rant that I had with him, is that take a look at the incident that happened in California, where the illegal immigrant was kicked out of the country and deported 5 different times before he came back and actually killed this woman. Now, that you can say that might have only been this isolated incident. But at the same time, I think that it actually happens more often than people believe. I think that shit goes on and they don't tell us about it. Why? Because I think it might also be better for the public if they don't know about it. But at the same time, we deserve to know, just like we deserve to know what goes on at Capitol Hill. They do make these laws so unreadable to the standard knowledgeable person. Once you do learn what's inside of these laws, once you do learn the law inside and out, it's not so great. So this is where I was going with the whole candidacy. I seen today that it was posted with this whole Donald Trump may ask Palin to serve in a future Trump administration. I personally do like Sarah Palin for her, how do I want to say this? Her feelings towards America. The last bits and tidbits that I collected without Facebook, Google, etc., etc. Again, what do you know that is actually true until you hear it from their mouth? Still may or may not be true. But she is a revolutionist at heart. Whether or not she can pull it off is less to be seen. I know there's a lot of people out there that disagree with Trump and that really disagree with Sarah Palin. But at the same time, I do want to play this little tidbit of like this audio clip. I will say that I am playing it from the rightwingwatch.org. I am giving them props and I'm giving them full disclaimer of this audio. But I feel that it comes from SoundClip, and I feel that I want to play this for people. Let's see if you can hear this.
One of the things I most admire about her is that she took so much nonsense, lies and disgusting lies, and she handles it so well. She's tough and smart and just a great woman. So it's an honor to be with you today. I must tell you that, Kevin.
Well, you've had some meetings with Governor Palin. I know when she did her monument tour through America, I think you sat down for pizza in New York City. You mentioned some of your thoughts on her. What else do you think about her as far as her leadership when she was governor? And if there is a Trump administration, could you see maybe picking up the phone, giving the governor a call, picking her brain on some things, or perhaps having her along in some official capacity?
I mean, I love that because she really is somebody that knows what's happening, and she's a special person. She's really a special person, and I think people know that. And she's got a following that's unbelievable. I still have people saying, "Oh, get Sarah's support, get Sarah's support," no matter where I go. Everybody loves her, and she's got a tremendous fan. Now she has, like me, she's got some people that don't exactly love us, and we understand who they are, and you sort of forget about that. But she has a tremendously loyal group of people out there for her, and I think now maybe more so than ever. You know, I'm looking at some of these candidates; they're weak, they're ineffective, and you know, to a degree that's actually almost hard to believe. And you know, they like the Sarah Palin kind of strength. You just don't see very much of it anymore.
And that was, again, that is from the rightwingwatch.org. It was a little tidbit that was submitted by Brian Toshman on Tuesday. I guess there was a interview said with the hopeful candidate. I don't know if, by my feelings, by the way that Trump has presented himself in the past, I don't know if he will continue on with this campaign. I feel that he will, towards the end, bail out if he loses support, only because of the fact that he will sit there, and he's done it before. He's put in his card, per se, for presidency, and then all of a sudden, you know, midway, end of, you know, the elections, he's like, nah, forget it. You know, when time comes to shove, he bails out. But I feel strongly tied to his campaign as of right now, because I will not support Clinton, and I will not support Bush. And those are the other couple big names out there right now that are, you know, pushing forward. I did see that there was a big donation into the Clinton campaign from Planned Parenthood, and we all know the drama that they're ensued with right now, with the whole baby parts, you know, harvesting incidents or talks. But again, all hearsay. There is no physical proof as of yet that they're doing it. There is hearsay. There are videos. I will admit that. There are high-end officials for Planned Parenthood talking junk that makes you want to throw up. But at the same time, I can't have another Bush in the White House, because, I mean, look at the crap that the last two did. I think that it would just continue on. But I don't also think that this Bush has the intelligence that the other two had. But that is my opinion. But let's go on. If my theory is right, I can see Trump seriously asking Sarah Palin to be his vice president. And if that happens, or if he puts her on the ticket with him, yeah, I will support them, because they have a total overhaul idea of how this country should be. And it's pretty much getting back to what Trump had originally said, because he wants to put America back to let's bring America back to being a great nation that it is said to be, and that it was always to be, and the original ideas. And I just hope that if he gets in, he will actually do some good. But let's turn this table again, because remember what I was talking about when I said financial crisis. No matter what, no matter who gets into the presidency, I still see this coming. But with the Trump, let's just say Trump gets in, I can see them diverting it just a hair longer, or maybe bringing it to light to have people get ready sooner. But that's just me. People might say, well, you're just plumb retarded because of the fact that you're following this idiot to begin with. I might be. Jury's still open for deliberation on that. But then again, I just threw my 2 cents out there for my candidacy seats. I think that would be a lovely, lovely thing. But who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Backing up here, I constantly flip back and forth. That's just how I am. But this whole financial crisis that is coming, that it's going to make our currency just like null and void, is because of the fact that we, as a society, we don't have the precious metals backing our paper money anymore. If I've read correctly, we have not been backed. The money hasn't been backed by the gold standards, what, 20, 25, 30 years? And the new thing that they're suggesting everybody get into is the silver market. And they're like, even if you have money in gold or silver now, get your money. Make sure that you can get your money in your hand, not just on paper. Because of the sheer fact that if we ever have a cyber attack big enough where it blocks out the internet, or the banks go down, or you just won't be able to get to your money, period. Which I can see that happening. I really can. I can see that happening. But what I can see happening is that the Wall Street Stock Exchange will crash again, kind of like the big Wall Street crash and the stock market crash. I can see that happening again. And when it does, everything's going to shit. I can see panic. I can see mass hysteria. I really can. But these are just my opinions. This is just my views that I wanted to throw out there. People might just comment and say, hey, you're a conspiracy theorist, or that, you're just like out in left field in the way that you think. But at the same time, look at the evidence. Look at how many chemicals are in our food, in our water, in our medicines, that are bad for us. Do your studies, go through the internet, go through, whatever back channels that you have to go through to figure out, what is going on here and how to prevent it from being such a big devastation on you and your family. Now, as for life itself, I wish everybody the best. Hey, drink great, amazing beer. Live life to the fullest. Don't sit here in front of the entertainment boxes that, we're made to sit at. The big screens, the computers, your phones, tablets, watches now. You're so connected to the extent of you're going to start getting infomercials and ads on your watches. I mean, you get them on now through your emails, and you can check them at any point in time throughout the day on your cell phones. Your cell phones can be hacked. Your computer can be hacked. Your TVs nowadays can more than likely be hacked. Your cars can be hacked. I just want everybody to take a step back, breathe, start learning, open your eyes and see what the hell is going on. Race wars. You can't sit there and talk naturally to anybody anymore without offending somebody. And if you offend somebody, that's going to become a hate crime. I think that that's full of fucking shit. Now, you are here in America. You hate Americans for being American? Get the fuck out. You don't like the way that we talk, the way that we think, the way that we do things? Get the fuck out. I'm so sick and tired of people coming here and trying to tell us how we can live, how we can speak, what to buy, how to dress, what religion to, get into. No, piss off, suck a mean one, and move on. I mean, that's just my thoughts. That's my theories. I would love to deliberate more with people. You know, this is just my rant and rave for the day. So, hey, there it is. It's all said and done with. I will more likely be diving more into information and coming out with more of these more frequently. So if anybody wants to join in a conversation, I will be starting more frequently a rant and rave review on Fridays. It'll probably be anywhere from like 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if anybody wants to, you know, come in, chat with me, let's have a chat. Let's rant and rave about something that, you know, you think that is bad, may be good. I might think this bad or good. Hey, let's deliberate. Let's have a conversation. Let's open up people's eyes. You know, we are not going to get anything changed unless we do something about it. So let's do something about it. Let's activate this First Amendment right and start talking. I'll see you guys again later. Peace. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for sitting around and listening to me rant. Peace.